wonderful people. It's me, ElliXia Valentine, Malvern's answer to Kimberly Walsh, and you're watching another installation of Kylie Retrospectives. This is a series in which I'll be reviewing every Kylie album in the lead up to her new album, Disco, which at the time of recording is due to be released on the 6th of November. The other day I read an article that was like, albums of 2020 that we're looking forward to. And Disco was on there and it said the 18th of November and I was like, hold on a minute, you dare mess up my plans, I'm not going to be very happy. Then I looked on the website and the pre-order still says the 6th of November, so crisis averted. That website must have just made a mistake. Do your research next time. Anyway, so today we're talking about Kylie's second album, Enjoy Yourself. Sadly, I don't have a copy of Enjoy Yourself on vinyl, but I was given for Christmas last year a repurposed vinyl of Enjoy Yourself that has been made into a clock. So you can also see the time that I'm recording this as well. Anyway, it's a very hot day today, so let's get on with it, shall we? For today's look, I am going for the Hand on Your Heart video aesthetic. In that video there's a lot of primary colours, mainly red, blue and yellow, and she has this really nice yellow dress with a blue heart on it, and I really like that, so I thought this is my version of it basically. I'm also feeling a little bit sort of sad kind of circus clown a little bit, you know, because like there's a lot of delusion on this album in terms of the song's lyrics, which we will get into. My friend Blair also said I look a bit like Flounder from The Little Mermaid. And I'm not mad at it. Anyway, let's talk about the actual album itself. So Enjoy Yourself was released on the 9th of October 1989. The album also reached #1 and it spawned two #1 singles, Hand on Your Heart and Here's My Pillow, as well as the singles Wouldn't Change a Thing and Never Too Late. Also, the North American edition of the album contains Especially For You, which is also featured on this version, which is the 2015 Deluxe Remaster. It's got all these tracks on it as well, so quite a lot on there. So let's get into it. So the sound of Enjoy Yourself is very much in the same line as Kylie. It's very much cut from the same cloth as Kylie. It's got a lot of that, you know, up-tempo, perky, sugary, plasticky kind of music again. Again, not vegan friendly, not lactose intolerant friendly, it's rather cheesy, but it's still charming. And this time it's a little bit more grown up, a little bit. Not a huge deal, but there's definitely progression here. If Kylie, the album, is a girl doing her GCSEs, then Enjoy Yourself is that same girl now doing her A-levels. And then I would say her next album, Rhythm of Love, which we'll get into next week, I would say that is the same girl who's now gone off to uni and is sort of discovering herself a bit more. But this time it's kind of like an album of two halves. So you've got the sound from the first album, but there's also a selection of ballads that are quite sort of retro inspired and sort of point to a slightly more mature Kylie as well. In terms of the songs, we've got Hand on Your Heart, which is an absolute classic. I love Hand on Your Heart. A little bit sassy. On the first album, Kylie's a little bit delicate and a little bit of a sort of... She had a penchant for letting men walk all over her, and sadly in this album there is still quite a bit of that. But Hand on Your Heart is a little bit sassier. It's a little bit like, put your hand on your heart and tell me that. Look me in the eye and tell me that. And then I'll believe it. Hand on Your Heart was #1. Deservedly so. It is a bop, and it still goes off to this day. I love it in the video as well, because my look is inspired by the video with the colour scheme. I love in the video, she looks rather bored. I watched the video again recently, and like, there's very minimal effort in her like choreography. I said in a previous video, that's probably because like she wasn't as confident yet. But I think in this case, it kind of looks like she can't really be asked. Like, she already had a really busy day and they were like, we need to film Hand on Your Heart as well. So she sort of just does like the bare minimum. And there's like this cute little heart animation that follows her around as well, and she's like looking at it like, like that as well. Then we have the album's second single, Wouldn't Change a Thing, which I have such a soft spot for. It is cheesy, don't get me wrong, But I don't know, I just can't help but love it. I like never skip it when it comes on my shuffle, like ever. I just think it's really sweet, you know, especially again with the heartbreak themes that are recurrent throughout these albums. It's quite nice that she's got a bit of, you know, it's nice that she's found a man who's actually gonna be good to her, and even though it's probably not gonna last. She hardly ever does Wouldn't Change a Thing on her tour set list. So when she did it on the Golden Tour 2 years ago, I lost my mind. Because I was like, yes! Also have Never Too Late, a single which is also quite a fan favourite as well. I love the music video for Never Too Late. It's so campy, it's so ridiculous, and it knows it's really campy as well. Kylie and two dancers with her, dressed up in like all these different costumes. A lot of them I think are sort of film inspired, kind of film settings. She's got a cowboy outfit, she has like a Hollywood glamour outfit, she's got like a flapper outfit as well. And they're all doing this really cheesy choreography. I think at one point one of them even does that. It's very cheesy and it's very camp, but I think it knows it's camp. It's like self-aware camp, which is, I just love it. It embraces how camp it is. It's not making any effort to try and be cool. It's just being what it is, and I love that. And then the other single we have is Tears on My Pillow, which is a cover of the Little Anthony and the Imperials. I want to say that's Rosalia. Should have done my research. Tears on My Pillow, it's an old school ballad, it's a retro ballad. It's also from the soundtrack of the film Delinquents, which she was filming at the same time as she was recording this album. But I have to confess I've never seen it. Apparently it's not very good. Yeah, Tears on My Pillow isn't a favourite of mine, I have to be honest. I don't hate it. It was number one, so like, fair enough. But and then we have Especially For You as well, which wasn't included on the UK version, but it was included on the North American version of the album, and it was a huge hit. I mean, everybody knows Especially For You. She does it on tour regularly. It is a classic. Have to be honest as well, I'm not a huge fan of Especially For You either. I know she loves it, I know the fans love it, I know like it's one of her songs that the general public love. Not really for me. Sorry, Kylie. I respect what it did for your career. I respect it absolutely, and it was a huge hit. It was her biggest selling single for a long time, but it's not my biggest selling single. If that makes any sense. And then we have the album tracks. Now, like I said before, this album is an album of two halves. You got the perky dance pop, and then you got the retro sounding ballads. It makes for a mostly cohesive listen, I would say. The album's only like half an hour long, so it doesn't outstay its welcome. On the side of the up-tempo songs, we have the aforementioned singles. We also have Nothing to Lose, which is quite a little motivational bop. You know, she's singing about how like she's gonna go for this guy because she thinks he's got nothing to lose. She even says, you know, she's willing to take the risk, which I think is good, you know, positive attitude. You know, you never know if you don't try, do you, Kylie? You know, she's speaking some truth in that. We also have I'm Over Dreaming Over You, which is it's let me just double check. Yeah, it's I'm Over Dreaming in brackets Over You. And I love that song title. I remember before I even heard the album and I saw the track listing, I was like, I like that song. I love the title so much. And again, it's a little bit of sassy Kylie. You know, she's singing about how this guy's been screwing her over, and she's saying, no more. I'm over dreaming over you. You can keep me hanging on. Now that the love is gone, I'm over dreaming over you. It's just too late. My heart just can't wait. I'm over dreaming over you. She told that man, she was like, get out. Get out of my house. And then there's another up-tempo track, but I'll save that for later. Then we have the ballads, which are, I would say, a mixed success. Telltale Signs is very sort of lovely and old school. I think it shows up her vocals really well. She doesn't have the doubled up vocals on it. And she did it live as well on TV at a time when a lot of critics doubted her singing ability. But I remember listening to Telltale Signs and I was like, oh, when she hit that note, I was like, okay, all right, Kylie, you hit that note. And like Telltale Signs, it's just a nice little sort of lounge number, you know. I can imagine Kylie singing it on the piano, or like singing it in front of a piano with like a microphone stand with roses on it and looking very sort of, you know, that kind of thing. I love it. And it's followed up by My Secret Heart. And I say this with all the love in the world. But My Secret Heart is probably a contender for the worst Kylie song ever. I'm so sorry. My Secret Heart is... Oof, where do we even start with My Secret Heart? That rhymes. So, like, My Secret Heart, she sings about a crush that she has on somebody who doesn't know her and who she's never met. In the age of social media, that can make sense because, hey, we all see people on Instagram and Twitter and all that who we find attractive, but we never met them in real life. Maybe we do strike up a little bit of a connection, you know. But this was 1989, before any of that even existed. I mean, did the internet even exist in 1989? I should probably have Googled that, but yeah, so my guess is that she's either a stalker who's just like really observing this man that she sees about and really fancies. Definitely haven't done that before. Or maybe he's a celebrity. Because she also has the lyric, I look at your picture and stare into space. I think I must know every line on your face. Either way you look at it, it's a little bit creepy. But again, it's kind of one of those songs that is really naff and a bit rubbish, but I still love it, even though it's not very good. Sorry to any of My Secret Heart fans out there, and sorry to Kylie if you're watching this. Do you even remember My Secret Heart? If you do, let me know. Maybe Kylie was ahead of her time. Maybe she knew in 2020 that we'd be looking at people we don't know on the internet and developing feelings for them. Maybe she's psychic. And then we have Heaven and Earth, which is a song that was written about her concerns for the environment, actually. She didn't write any of these songs herself, but the song was inspired by just her concerns for the environment, and it's quite sad that 31 years later, those concerns are still there, and if anything, there's a greater concern. If there was a Heaven on Earth 2020 remix, it would be the most chaotic thing ever. The song would just be up in flames. Because, you know, yeah, Heaven on Earth is alright. It's I can take it or leave it. The sentiment is nice, so it's got some extra points for that, but it's not really a favourite again. I don't really ever think, oh, I really fancy listening to Heaven on Earth. But then we have the closing track, which is also the title track, Enjoy Yourself, which is a bop and a half. It's my favourite song on the album, even more so than any of the singles. It goes off so hard, like, it's got a very early 90s club feel to it. She's singing about seizing the day, enjoying yourself, not letting your life's opportunities pass you by. The chorus, don't wait till tomorrow when you should be living today. She's got a point. She made several points with that song. It's kind of a shame, really, that Enjoy Yourself wasn't a single. I definitely would have chosen it to be a single over Tears on My Pillow. But we've also got a couple of B-sides as well. Especially For You has a B-side, which is a duet with Jason Donovan again, called All I Really Want to Do Is Make You Mine. It's very much a Grease homage, rip-off. It reminds me of that song in Grease where they're at the end, I can't remember what it's called now, but they're at the end of the film and they're driving off in that car and it's flying and everyone else singing lyrics that don't make any sense, like nonsensical words. It's very that. We've also got Just Wanna Love You as well, which I actually think is a bit of a bop again. It's a little bit sassy Kylie. I love early sassy Kylie. She doesn't show her face very often, but when she does, I love it. She's thinking about this guy she's got a crush on, and she's really like, I just want to love you. I want to love you every morning, noon and night. And it's that kind of sort of sensual delivery that Kylie couldn't really pull off at that point, but it's still a bop. I can see why it wasn't on the album because it wouldn't really mesh that well with the rest of the track listing, but I still really enjoy it. And then we have We Know the Meaning of Love, which was somehow a #1 in its own right in Sweden, according to Wikipedia. So, you know, fair enough. The styling of Enjoy Yourself as well, I think, is an upgrade from what we had before. She's still the girl next door, but she's a little bit more refined. The fashion choices are less dated. For the most part, there's still a few moments. I'll show you actually. know. Hang on. You know, we've got some nicer moments like that. You know, she looks very, very sleek and, you know. But then we have this. Now this was the Wouldn't Change a Thing. This was part of the Wouldn't Change a Thing single sleeve. I just don't understand. Like the blazer, like the jacket, that's nice enough. That's really nice. But why has she got washing up gloves on? And why is she telling me to shush? Maybe she can hear me slagging off her outfit. She doesn't like it. Sorry. But yeah, all in all, Enjoy Yourself was definitely an upgrade from Kylie. Whether I prefer it to Kylie or not, I'm not really sure. I go back and forth on it. I don't know. But Enjoy Yourself was again successful. It's another loaf of bread. You know those like bread shelves in Waitrose where they have all the different kinds of like fancy breads? If we're going to use a bread analogy for this album, it's probably one of those. It's probably, you know. Oh, shitting hell, I've got makeup on Enjoy Yourself. Oh dear. Oh, you probably can't see it, but I've got a little bit of blue on it. Can you see? Oh, it's on the table. It's on the table, that's why. That's why I got that on there. I'm a messy bitch. So yeah, all in all, I think Enjoy Yourself is an enjoyable album. Pun intended. If you love Kylie at her cheesiest, 80s-ish, 80ist, then you'll love Enjoy Yourself. So that's all we have for Enjoy Yourself today. Thank you very much for watching once again. I've been ElliXia Valentine. Tune in to next week when we will be reviewing Rhythm of Love, episode 3. And also keep an eye out for my next singing video that I'll be uploading on Sunday. Thank you very much for watching once again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all over the place. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment. If you didn't enjoy the video, then just please don't bother. Share it with your friends, your Kylie fans. Have a lovely day. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and enjoy yourself. See what I did there? Thank you very much. And don't forget, I've been ElliXia Valentine, and please book me. Thank you very much. Mwah.